Welcome back with another episode of Smack Talk. I'm AK.
What up?
In front of me is Joe. So we'll jump right into it. Playoffs. NBA playoffs. These last couple of games have been ones to watch.
Yes.
Between LeBron James, and people make fun of me, Kyle Korver playing defense. Last couple of games, he's been playing defense. They might have lost, but he had a couple blocks, a couple steals. And then Klay Thompson last night. The abysmal shooting of James Harden when it came down to when they needed it.
We were watching. I was driving for the first half of that game, so I only got to watch the fourth quarter. Well, the end of the third quarter and the fourth quarter. And, James Harden just trying too hard, throwing shit up, airballing. They don't have the escape. You could definitely tell they're missing Chris Paul. Most of it.
Yeah. The first couple, I think Houston went up they were up by 16 or 18 points in the first.
At one
first
point,
quarter.
they said it was a 39-point swing.
Yeah. It was a 39-point swing.
There's not many teams in the league that can complete a 39-point swing.
Free ball. Exactly. But in the beginning of the game, James Harden was hitting those shots.
Yeah.
PJ Tucker was hitting the shots, and they got tired. They didn't have that third man to defer to, which in all reality, PJ Tucker is third, possibly fourth man to defer to, but in the sense of they don't have, and what I feel is the best player on the court in their team, that's Chris Paul. You can say what you want about James Harden, but look at your assists, your defensive rank, everything as a whole, and Chris Paul he's a floor general.
Oh, yeah. It's very evident that he's being missed right now.
Big time. But to rebuttal that, Iggy's been out for 3 straight games.
Yeah.
Tell me what kind of defense he brings to the table. And it's in the sense of him being so long to guard James Harden. And he's a little older, but he's still a good defender. And he puts a body on him. That's what you need to do against James Harden because he's soft. He's soft. He travels and he's soft.
You're absolutely right. Like I said, when we were watching that fourth quarter, he almost can't. James Harden, yes, he can create his own shot, but last night it didn't look like he could whatsoever.
Well, they were playing so much ISO ball.
Right.
I didn't see a man move without the ball. I don't think the entire third or fourth quarter. And I'm telling you, the first half of that game, Houston was playing good basketball. They were moving without the balls, pick and rolls, screens. They were setting everything, and they were, looking for that open man in the threes. They weren't just spreading everybody out to the wings and giving James Harden that lane. Because in all reality, the defenders that they had on him were guarding him. They put Swaggy P on him. He's quick enough to withstand that. He's not as long, but they were putting him on him, and obviously when Klay's on him, that's game over. Exactly, he's got the clamps, and so I think they just got tired. That's just what it was. They were so excited in the first half, and then it's like clockwork. Every third quarter, Golden State comes out and goes on a barrage.
Yeah.
They put it down. If they're down by 20, they're gonna go up by 10.
Yeah.
Like they did last night.
That's the thing that separates the Warriors from most of the other teams in the NBA. I feel like Houston's the only other team that can really score in bunches like Golden State. And the way Golden State is just, you got Kevin Durant averaging 31 points a game in this series, which is.
You look at the average scores.
And then when you look at the other players on his team that also need shots, they're getting a lot of shot attempts as a team to feed KD, Steph, and Klay.
Well, yeah, Klay's taking a back seat in the playoffs. Last night was his best game of the series. Honestly, last night was probably Klay's one of his best games in the last 2 series. To be completely honest, he's been relatively quiet, so it was good to see him finally shoot that and get his shot back. But yeah, KD. Steph, in all reality, think about it, Steph's been kind of quiet too. Steph's been quiet. He's been better than average quiet. Because he's not scoring 37, 38, 39, 40 points a game. He's only scoring 6 or 7. You're telling me that's what I'm getting out of my, he's the first option in that offense.
In those days,
Yeah.
it's hard, bro. It's hard to say.
It probably changes on every given possession in all reality.
It has to.
But who do you feel is the best scorer on that team?
That's such a hard question. Like I know Steph can get that ball in the back.
Yeah.
KD can too. KD has it's hard to even say if KD has a better bag of tricks than Steph because I've seen Steph do some stuff that KD probably can't do. I've also seen KD do some things that Steph can't do. If you're making me pick, I'm gonna go with Steph.
Is their premier scorer?
Obviously the stats don't say it, but
well, not right now. But if you look at him as a whole, but
I think in all reality, I think KD's been a better scorer all year long. Obviously Steph was out too for.
And you see what KD's doing with better players around him.
Well, you throw anybody in that system, it's going to be better. Just think about the shot percentage or high percentage shots. Even if you are shooting a 3, you're shooting an open look corner 3 that is going to go in. You know what I'm saying? Because the way that they run and the way that they pass, they average the most assists or the most passes in games throughout the regular season and probably the playoffs too. So you do that. Tell me that you're switching on defense all the time. There's going to be an opening.
Yeah.
So anybody you give it to play,
stuff. And the way that they're coached by Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr was telling a story about MJ right in the middle of the game the other day with Durant. He was just like, hey, look, when MJ was in this situation, this is what he did. You're trying to force it. Stop trying to force it. Let this offense flow. Yeah, you're scoring here and there, but slow down, get your teammates involved, trust your teammates. And see what happens.
Yeah. KD, he's mature.
Yeah.
He's big time. And who's to say that if he was, off if he was in OKC still, with his mentality he has now.
Better coach, different outlook.
Give them Steve Kerr and them two Steve Kerr, you don't know what's going to happen. You're telling me, probably the best point guard in the league. Right. And then you're going to have one of the best, whatever you want to consider KD, whether it's the center, power forward, and small forward. In all reality, there's no, destination for him on the lineup because anywhere, But,
before you ready to get into the Boston series? Before we get into the series, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. Sorry about the break. We had our guest Tiny show up a little late. Tiny, what's going on, bro?
Going on. No ladies, it is not Denzel. It is Tiny. They can't doubt it. Going on.
So, bro, what do you think about this Boston Cavs series? Me and Aaron are kind of on the same page. You being the new guy, what do you think?
Boston got it.
Really? Just because they're at home, or just because what?
Because
it's hard to bet against LeBron, yeah?
Because this is a home game, Boston has it. If LeBron gets it, I give it to him.
I don't disagree with you at all.
He deserves it. If he pulls this off with the team that he has, 0 people on that team, he deserves it. I would give LeBron all the credit in the world if he pulls this off.
You don't give him all the credit in the world now?
No.
Because
this is a soft Eastern Cup.
3-4 years ago, I would have agreed with you, but not as of late. Look at the talent.
Everybody that's made the playoffs this year in the East is above 500.
Yeah.
Like I know, that's a stretch to say.
But look at these.
You're telling me there's not talent there right now? Yes, they're not as packed as the West, but they still have. So you're telling me what would you take?
Good teams.
2.
There's Toronto.
Look, I take my last name.
Toronto is the best all-around team.
What? How?
The only thing that they
Toronto got swept in the second round.
The only thing that they
For
have
2
wrong
years
is
in a row.
Casey Patrick.
So you think that it's just a head coaching problem?
I
think it's DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry problem.
I don't think so. I think it was all Casey.
How?
But
That's
why he's gone.
But the thing is, at some point in time, the team has to take over from that coach. And the fact that they
Coaches
couldn't
can't
do
play.
that, the fact that they couldn't come together collectively as a team, that, you know what, fuck him. We know how to play and how to win. We're gonna play our game.
But look, Casey is running that.
I understand that, but so you're
Into
telling
the
me,
ground.
but do you think LeBron James lets Toronto call terrible plays or run the team in the ground? What is LeBron gonna do? LeBron's gonna take everybody in his own huddle and say, you know what? Screw Lou. I got us. But that's the thing. But see, the thing is they don't have that superstar player to ever get past the second round.
Okay, but 76ers didn't have a.
76ers young.
There you go.
They haven't been in the playoffs how many years in a row, and they got swept 2 years in a row by the same team.
But they're the other great Eastern Conference all around team.
So you're giving Boston no credit here?
You're not giving Milwaukee
Boston
any
is
credit.
a great team.
Milwaukee's young.
Indiana took
they're-
LeBron.
And look, yes, Indiana.
They're still.
Oh, come on, man.
They're still.
Boston is?
But so is
Yeah,
Toronto.
Kyrie.
Yeah,
Kyrie.
but if you think about it, Toronto is nothing because they didn't have any players hurt. And they couldn't do it. So really, they aren't even in that category. I'm taking Boston. I'm damn near taking Philly above them. I'll take Indy over them. We called it, when we started this show, we said Toronto is going to choke. And what did they do? They choked once again.
I'm not going to disagree with your whole point. I feel you. It's a head coaching issue, but like Aaron's saying, when is enough enough? I mean, Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan aren't scrubs. I mean, they can play the game. They should have enough basketball IQ to.
Let me throw this question at you.
Yes.
If Brad Stevens is the coach of Toronto,
So it's not a coaching issue?
It is a coaching issue, but in the same sense, you also don't know if he's going to be able to do with what he's doing with Boston like he would be able to do with Toronto, because maybe those guys are uncoachable. You know what I'm saying? You never know how those players are in the sense of coaching, because there are some coaches and some players that say there's some dudes that were uncoachable because the way their mentality was, their attitude, they thought they knew it all. And you don't know how that whole locker room is. Yes, I understand the coach, we talked about it, we said, we should go. I said, I think the whole thing could just get blown up. Coach, you keep Lowry, you keep DeRozan, you send one of them, and you get some good players back for us. Or, you know what I'm saying? But in the sense of, so you're telling me, go back to the soft East, you're telling me you would take the East from 3, 4, maybe even 5 years ago versus the East now? What's better?
I'm gonna take years ago.
How? The only good team in the only team in the East was the Heat. The Heat. Yeah,
You had a stack in there, baby.
that was about the only team, and then Paul George was hurt for that one whole year.
You had a stack full of people.
That was more than 5 years ago, possibly.
That was 7 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We were also playing against LeBron in his first prime.
Yeah.
He's in his second prime.
He's smarter. I think the East now as a whole, I mean, you've heard me just talk about it now. It's good to see the East have good teams now come to play.
I still don't think it's balanced yet, but it's
You're right, it's not balanced.
I don't think the West is balanced in all reality. Because think about the amount of sweeps that have been in both playoff series.
What the West has.
Lillard got swept.
Yes, that swept.
But it's good to do that.
You're right. I'm just saying.
And he's not LeBron James.
Well, no, nobody is LeBron James. You know, yeah.
Lillard is a great.
I'm not saying he's not a good player. I don't think he's a Hall of Fame caliber player yet.
Yeah.
It's not even that.
I do think Boston is a great team, but
Boston's taking over.
But as soon as Kyrie and Hayward come back, yes, they're big deal.
We also don't know what's going to happen with that. We've touched on it a couple of times. I mean, Hayward and Kyrie come back. What happens to Rozier and Jaylen Brown? I mean, those players lose minutes.
Yeah.
He's terrible.
He's gonna lose minutes because he's a starting point right now.
He's gonna be
coming off the bench. So he's coming off. He's getting bench minutes.
He'll be 6 man. He'll be 6 man.
He'll be getting probably 20, 30.
30.
Depending on how Kyrie's playing. It's Kyrie, bro. Kyrie's not one to come around the game. Kyrie will around and play 38 minutes.
But here's another thing. Marcus Smart is in the last two.
Marcus, they can't get rid of him.
I feel like they will. Terry Rozier Keith Brown, Keith Tatum in that
The
lineup.
thing that Marcus Smart has better than Terry Rozier is
Smart.
He's so fucking smart. If you watch his play, no, you watch the way he plays the game, and he is so intelligent.
I give Morris
He's
credit.
better. I don't like Morris one bit at all.
I hate this point. This is the worst point I've ever seen.
Alright, he's back on the show because Zach loves him. That's I like him.
This is the
No,
worst point.
I don't like him at all. He's very arrogant and he's not that good.
And he's not a LeBron style.
No, he acts like I'm the best guy. I'm the best guy in the league.
He played.
Yeah.
Speaking of, he played 30 minutes last night.
Was it Morris?
Yes. 3 for 10. 2 for 3 from the 3-point line. 2 for 4 from the free throw line. And a total of 3 rebounds? 2 rebounds.
Jesus Christ. Only Kelly Olynyk is still there.
Yeah.
She had line, but he had to go.
But so back to the topic of the team.
So you think Boston's going to take it at home?
I think Boston's got it at home. If LeBron does pull this off, he has a weak team, and I will give him that great player.
It's almost like you.
He's not. You don't have that great player status yet.
He is a good player. I'll look at LeBron. LeBron
He's
is
good.
He's a great
Bro.
player. But
Bro, you have to stop hating the man. You have to stop hating the man.
You know me for quite a long time. You follow me on social media. You know I can't stand LeBron.
I can't stand
That man is
But
a
you have to
boss.
respect his
But I
game.
do respect his game, and if he takes this team to the finals,
That's
you have to throw him up.
Bro, people didn't think he was going to get out of the first round.
Right.
And now we're talking finals? Bro, that is.
I mean, I feel bad because that team is going to get steamrolled by whoever wins.
I don't think they get steamrolled by Houston. I think they can beat Houston. I think they can beat Houston. Yes. The Cavs have a better chance of beating Houston than Golden State. No, yeah, because the Golden State knows has their number now.
Big time.
Has their number, and LeBron had it that 1 year, and then that was it. Golden State took it over.
Why is
Houston.
it don't need that one? That's all I have to say. He is the Clint Capella stopper. Why is he not?
Well, I mean, they didn't really even need it last night. The game last night was.
But
But so you got Boston winning.
I do have Boston.
Who you think?
Man, I know I'm never.
I don't want
I'm
to
not
bet against LeBron. I don't want to do it.
Right.
She'll get close, by the way. I don't want to bet against him, but I feel like that undefeated home record does have
I
something
feel
to say
like
about
It
it.
does.
Every team in these playoffs is always been who has a
Not
this
this.
The West
Yeah,
it's been different because you have a stacked Golden State team. They've been through this situation before. They can go ahead
It's
and
not-
push above that.
I feel like the Golden State is starting to get fun again. They kind of.
Oh, Clay said it yesterday. He was born for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he had his word.
Well, and like we said, this is his first good game in almost 2 series. He hasn't had a good game, and he needed it. And there was a lot of our articles talking about where's Clay, what's he doing, why is he not shooting, why is he, his shooting percentage is so low. And I mean, just one take a game. Hey, maybe we'll save it for the finals, but yeah, no, I got Cleveland. I the only reason I'm saying that is because
Kevin Loveless.
I'm going with my heart. They've been Kevin Loveless for the whole series.
So
You know who's been
You
playing?
can't knock
you know
Kevin
the-
Love's defense.
You know the second best player on the team right now is Kyle Korver.
Uh,
And he was hooping. He's been hooping. If you've been watching him play defense, he's 37 years old guarding 20-year-olds, teeners.
Locking Jalen Brown up.
Yes. I
Jalen
love
Brown
it.
should be embarrassed.
He should be embarrassed by a 37-year-old white guy.
Just embarrassed.
I just got LeBron's numbers facing elimination.
Unreal.
Yet to score under 20. Highest game being, 45.
That might have been against Indiana this year too, right?
It was. Well, he's had a couple 45s in there. But it's looking good. I mean, LeBron comes to play in that elimination.
But what it's been all series is who else is coming to play, right? Because if Kyle Korver still comes up and he shoots the ball good,
Playing Little D.
I mean, they have a better chance. In all reality, Kevin Love, I think Larry Nance plays better defense. That's what they're subbing in the sense of who they fill in for Kevin Love. Because there was a couple of games I watched Kevin Love and he was terrible on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball. Like, bro, like you gotta go. So you gotta, yes, he's unathletic, and in the sense of them playing Boston, which is full of athletes because they're so young and talented, you gotta play Larry Nance, I feel, because he's longer than Kevin Love. He's gonna get the rebound. Yeah, you know what? I understand. And in reality, Kevin Love's been scoring maybe his average. I would love to know what his average is for this series, because I don't think it's very high. Because if you, like I said, you've been watching, he can't hit the three ball. There'll be a game or two he'll have 20-something points. But other than that, he's not scoring in bunches.
But when it comes to those matches, Kevin Love did have everything.
Well, they were switching a lot with Rozier. They were exposing Rozier big time. They're exposing him big time because they get to switch with him and LeBron. Right. That's unfair. That's fair.
So how do you think Boston pulls this game off?
If they pulled, I mean,
They got fire on.
I think
Jason
Tatum.
I agree.
I think he needs to be that player that Kobe wants him to be.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely. In all reality,
It's his team.
to me, it's 50-50 to me. Who I think is going to win. But what sways me over to the Cavs is LeBron, because I like the player a lot.
It's literally like 40.
Because we're witnessing greatness by him.
I'm so tired of this man.
Man, bro,
I've been through 2 decades with this guy.
I mean, bro, 5-6 years ago, I was in the same boat you were. Like,
You can't.
I can't knock him.
Think about
you have to tip your hat.
You have to. You know what I'm saying? But
Every LeBron hater out there needs to just.
if they hate LeBron still, they're not true sports fans.
It's hating.
That's a hatred for him. You know what? I didn't like David Ortiz for a long time because I'm an Yankees fan. But you know what? Towards the end of his career, I was like, you know what? I respect him. You know what? He's been there, and you know what? Yeah, we had some brawls with him, but I respect his game. You know, he got a couple rings. Yeah. Hey, you know what? He did his thing, so I respect him for it. You know, but
that's like he was walking there. He was like, that was a problem.
He was clutch.
You know what I mean?
He was clutch. I will say that. I didn't like either. There's some games where I didn't go walking around. But back to that, I think, like I said, so it to me it's a coin flip who will win. Because the Celtics, like you said, statistically at home, they are right now. So
yeah, I only give it to him because it's home court.
And LeBron and the Cavs, when they do come into that arena, they do play like.
Not LeBron. LeBron has a game in the Garden, but yes, the rest of the team.
I feel like everybody's been doing that. Every time teams have gone on the road, they forget how to play. It's something about
it's the young guys too. You see it.
Yeah, I definitely
There's a
saw
lot
it.
of young guys.
Boston, when they're on the road, I mean, Billy Benson tried to do as much as he could.
He did 1 point in game. Come on now.
Brad Stevens made it a point to say, okay, we're taking the playmaker out of the game. We're taking the playmaker out of the series.
But like we said, remember when we were talking about Philly playing Miami? I said, yeah, they can. You know, they can blow a lead like that and still win it against young guys. Play a better team,
right?
And that's what happened. They went to Boston. Yes, they're young, but they have a much more superior coach that keeps them in tune. And what happened? Those leads, they didn't keep them, and they lost them. And so that's why Philly lost. I mean, it's all these young guys. They're going on the road. Some who've never been in the playoffs ever in their life. It's a big stage. I don't care who you are. Yeah, you may be a professional, but bro, you can't tell me that LeBron doesn't go on stage, tonight. When he plays, tell me he's not going to be somewhat nervous. He might be like, yeah, well, he's also been there, but there's still a little bit. That's what I'm saying. So it doesn't matter how long you've been in the league. You're still going on the road when the arena is going to be jam-packed with the opposing team. You are going to hear everything in the world. You can't tell me who it is. They're going to be like, man, big goal.
They score a few buckets and get going.
Yeah,
it's rough.
But yeah, like I said, it's 50-50 with me. So I mean, I'm going with Cleveland. But
honestly, I'm going with Cleveland too. But I also want to see a good game. I want to see.
I think it's gonna be a good game.
I wouldn't mind seeing somebody else in the finals.
No, I wouldn't either.
LeBron can take this team to the finals. I mean, even if he doesn't, it's still a statement.
You know, people are gonna throw that in his face. Oh, he went back there in the fourth time and lost.
And
who was on his team? Me, him, Joe. We were on the team.
Right. And And what sucks to say is 5 years ago that was my mentality, and now it's well, you got to think about what he's doing with nothing. I mean,
This guy took Ira Newell.
Eric Snow.
You know who Ira Newell is? I mean, the Bulls. Yeah, I forgot he played.
We were talking. Grab that, Joe. Give that, Joe. Like, bro, grab your own rebound one time. Jeez. That's why Noah led the league in rebound for so long because he had Booster over there. Grab that, Joe. Like, bro, stop boxing out. Grab that for me. Jeez. I've been jumping all game. No, he made a shoot behind his head like this. Oh, alright. Enough with Carlos Boozer. But yes.
So I know we kind of already talked about the Golden State and Houston series, but what do you feel about KD? Is he as good as everybody says he is? Is he? What do you guys think?
You know how I feel about KD. You know, I'm all. I've stand on this for the last probably 4 years. He's afraid of that pressure. He's not that clutch shooter. I guarantee you they give it to Steph. KD.
I don't know. Last year in the finals is a little different. That man came to play.
And that was 1 year out of how many years he's been in the playoffs. And he's on the best team he's ever been on. You're right. If your confidence, of course, is going to be up higher. I wanted to see him do that in OKC. People say, well, Russ didn't always want the ball. Russ is a winner. Yes, I understand he has that mentality if he wants a shot, but he also has a great score on KD. But KD, and I stand probably on it. How many times did KD defer to Russ in the playoffs? Tons of times. I don't care if he wants the ball. If you know you can make that shot, pull that.
Yeah.
And KD does it now. Yes, I understand that Steph and all them are like, hey, take that shot. But it doesn't matter. If you're a winner, you're going to want that ball in your hands. And you are going to know what to do with it. You're going to score that ball. Because you're like, I know my jumper is better than his. Right? So I'm shooting it. So I honestly don't. I like KD. He's a good player. Don't play no defense. And he had to go to the best team to win a ring. I don't like that. To do the team that beat him.
I don't agree with that either, but I was more or less asking,
that's how I feel about it.
Would you build a team around KD?
Over who?
Just saying, is KD somebody that you would pick to build a team? I mean, obviously there's 15 players to 20 players in the NBA that you would build a team around. Is KD one? Or does he need to be a Robin? Can he be a Batman?
He needs to be the Robin in the sense of he needs ball because he's not like LeBron. He can't. He can take up the court, but he doesn't have the passing skills and the passing knowledge that LeBron has to bring the ball. Well, yeah, but this man also, what did he say? He says some nice things right so far. Yeah. But LeBron, in the sense of like him dribbling the ball court and being a point forward, is a lot better than KD. KD, I'm not saying he can't do it, but he needs a ball handler. Clearly, he's got Steph. I mean, he had Russ before that, but we all know how he plays. He's a little less assist,
yes.
Yes. But I think you can build a team around him, but you need to have a good ball handler. That's what I don't want to even consider that Batman or Robin, but he needs a floor general. He needs a floor that, but everybody does.
Yeah, this is where I get a lot of backlash. But Kevin Durant is being held back by Steve Kerr, by Steph Curry, by Draymond. This guy, you see in these playoffs, he has the advantage every time he walks down the court.
He
can score over everybody.
He's had it though.
But
never used
I heard you guys
advantage.
mention this earlier. Steve Kerr brought him to the side, told him what Jordan would have to fall.
No, it wasn't that. It was the story was, hey, I remember, offense, Steve Kerr was saying, you couldn't get anything going on offense. Jordan was shooting a lot, he was scoring a lot. And he said, just trust him a little more instead of always having to be the go-to. I agree.
Like I just said, if you're a winner,
I agree. But
take over that deal.
That sometimes that's the difference in I'm 3 for 9 and I got 10
that's
points.
where I feel, but that's why I'm saying that he's being held back by somebody on that.
But
I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's Steve Kerr. I don't know if it's Steph Curry. but he was being held back on that team. If you put him on the board, I bet you he's taking over.
But see, you say that, but this is his second team on. The second team he's been on, and he's being held back. They said he was held back in OKC because of Russ. So where's he going to go where he's not held back? You can't.
Well, he's got to go where he's got to accept the lose.
But that's the thing. He could accept the lose in OKC, and he didn't want it. He wanted to go chase a ring. So when he go do and went and jumped in Golden State. So you can't say at this point in time. First time, shame on me. Second time, it might be him. It might not be the teams he's going to. It might be him. I'm telling you, KD is not that killer. He don't have that killer in him. Where have you seen it?
You saw it last year.
Like I said, he was one of the best teams ever been.
And he's still on the back.
And what are they doing? They're guarding. You can't bring a double team over on him because you have so many other shooters. And so yeah, you're going to get a one-on-one with a guy that might be 6'8". You're shooting over him every day. A 7-footer that's guarding.
He's doing that right now in the Houston series, and he's scoring every single.
But then how's he getting held back?
By telling him to pass the ball.
But that's the thing. It's
for what? What is he for to pass the ball?
Eventually, they're going to bring double teams on him and slow him down.
And that's when you defer the ball.
But if he's getting held back now, where does he got to go? He's going to go to a losing team where he can't defer the ball and know that they're going to score.
Exactly. He has to accept that.
He
doesn't lose.
But he doesn't want to lose.
He already did that.
That's why he's on the
So if he's
being held back.
So you can only blame him for going to that team. He should have went to a shittier team.
I mean, yeah.
So that shows the player he is. That he is scared of that moment. He can't be he wants easier out. He can't be under that spotlight because he can't handle being under that spotlight.
Do you feel like LeBron did the same thing?
Like chasing? No, because LeBron went to the finals with Cleveland with nobody. He didn't have a Russ. He had nobody. You just said it. He had nobody. So at that point in time, you're like, bro, and you know Cleveland's not going to give you what you need. OKC, you've seen them bring players in. Good players. Let me rephrase that. When Russ and KD were still there, they should have had James Harden. Yeah, he wanted to go get more money, I understand that, but they could have. There's a reason why some of these players will play with 4 other All-Stars and take less money.
So a player that did it right was James Harden.
I mean, James Harden, what I think is right is they should have stayed together and won a championship.
That would have been. It would have been Golden State.
Without having to trade or bring
But though, when they did split up, the NBA Max contract wasn't what it is now.
No.
So you didn't know that a team was signed to Max. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck the money. Fuck the money.
They didn't think about that.
I understand that, but that's the thing. There's certain players that do though. That's the thing that blows my mind is that there's players that say, like, I love Melo. Melo's been one of my favorite players of all time. But he's a money chaser. He's a money chaser. But he was one of the best scorers, and multiple people have said that. Kobe, Paul Pierce, they say that man could score. Yes, but he was a money chaser. But why are some players taking less money because they know what is important? And it's
you need the rings to solidify your career.
Yes.
Imagine Melo with the NBA Finals win. I mean, Hall of Fame.
I mean, he's gonna go off.
We know, but I'm just saying.
He might have. He wouldn't have to go to OKC.
You don't get the legs for it.
No, I just don't think he wanted to play in OKC. I think that he just. I love
he
Brad.
didn't think what it was. He didn't.
It wasn't what they thought it was going to be, especially in the playoffs. The regular season, they had a little bit more bounce. Yeah, you could see that they like playing with each other. But once they came down to the playoffs, you saw them. I mean, Steve Adams disappeared in the playoffs. He was one of the top scorers of the team.
I mean, that guy's still
24 years old. Only 24 years old. You know, but yeah, no, I think KD is. He says he wants. People think he wants that spotlight.
I mean, the way you break it down, I could get behind.
But he doesn't want it because that's why he went to Golden State, so he didn't have to be under the spotlight. Like, because
would he be under as much scrutiny as if he would have lost to a different team instead of Golden State and still went to Golden State? Or is he catching the same heat?
I think he would. I think he's catching more heat now because of that. Because if he would have went to, let's say, a team that was potentially a playoff contender, not in the sense of a Golden State, that's a little different. If he went to a Portland or or
Right.
something like that.
Right.
It would have been like, all right, they got a nice little team over there. Let's see how they play.
Right.
But bro, you went to
Goal.
champ. You went to you didn't even he
73-9.
didn't go to the Cavaliers where he could have went to the team that lost and helped them win.
He went to the 73-9 Golden State. How do you make that team better?
Yeah,
Can't.
that's not fair.
Can't
It's
make it
I,
better.
and you know what's crazy is that the NBA has denied trades before.
Chris
But
Paul
yes,
going to the Lakers and playing with Kobe.
yes, they
We all
denied
wanted
that.
to see that. And I did not believe
But how do they allow this? Because this.
Yeah.
Because of this. I guarantee
And
you.
those rings.
I guarantee you the NBA is getting a kickback from what Golden State does in the sense of the numbers they generate and the money they generate.
Yeah, they're making movement.
They're getting a kickback from that because those jerseys, all their jerseys are selling. I guarantee you walk around somewhere, somebody has a Steph, a KD, and potentially a fucking Klay Thompson jersey. Name another team where
Especially out there in Oakland.
you know, or I'm talking. Think about kids nowadays. That's who they idolize.
How
So,
about you three like that?
you know what I'm saying? So they're gonna have one of their jerseys. Who's winning right now? Those guys. You go to any other team, you can't get three. You're not gonna see anybody wearing three different team players' jerseys. LeBron James, Dwayne Wade. You know what I'm saying? And so I just don't like how he, like I said, you know how I feel about that. But yeah, I think back to the whole original question about I don't think he's ready for that spot. I don't think he's ever gonna be. He's very kind-hearted. He's not saying you can't be a killer like that because Kobe was nice. LeBron is a nice
Would
person.
you just say that he just fits that system? That's why he was selling.
I mean,
Points
he's always
wise,
scored like
you're
this,
right.
though. He's always hit, like
He's
Kanye
always
said,
good.
he's got the ability to score the ball. And the fact that
The
it
fact
doesn't
that
really
he's
go
just 7 foot tall, that he can shoot over anybody.
anyway, and then his when
Not only selling,
his
but also
fadeaways.
agile too,
and,
and able to move.
and when he fades away, I don't care. You could
How
be
do you
7'8"
stop?
and you wouldn't be able to put a hand in his face because he's falling back so far and his arm. It's impossible to stop him. He is a great scorer. But I don't think he has that Mamba killer fourth quarter mentality.
There's only two players that have that killer mentality,
Yeah.
and they both are retired, and one's Mike and one's Kobe.
Yeah.
And you haven't seen anybody like that.
Russ has it,
He has,
but he's not a shooter like they were.
I agree.
His jumper has gotten so much
It's
better.
gotten better, but man.
So maybe in like 2
You
3
can knock it
years,
down constantly.
you don't know if he stays healthy and he can still play the way he does, and his jump shot is even better. You never know. But he's the that's why I love him so much because he has that. yeah. Joe's gonna owe me some money if he keeps going out, different levels. But yeah, I think he's excelling in this system. Anybody can excel in this system.
Anybody with that talent.
Because
Not
Steve Kerr
anybody.
is a smart coach. The team, they're all smart players and they're all unselfish. They play great team basketball. So I mean, I can understand why he wanted to go there because even if they didn't win a championship,
I'm sure they make basketball fun.
well, when you're winning, everything's fun. When you're winning, but if you're losing, you don't want to be there. So the minute Golden State starts to lose, which let's say it probably won't be for a while, but if they start losing, then you're going to see the problems come out. That's the only time you ever see problems in locker rooms is when they're losing. That puts everybody on it. I know when I lose, I hate it.
Well,
I'm a sore loser. I'll admit it.
don't have a little fun. Alright, we're gonna take a quick break, and then when we get back, we're gonna get into a little bit of baseball. This is Smack Talk. Welcome back. This is Smack Talk. Aaron, how's your day going, bro?
Oh man, just peachy.
Just peachy. What about you, Tiny? A little hot in here or what?
Sweaty balls.
Thanks, Zach.
Zach's got no AC. Broke ass.
Alright, so before the break, we were talking about Golden State and Houston. Who you got as your prediction, and who you think's going on to the finals?
Golden State.
Tiny?
I gotta go to state.
I think it's a unanimous decision over here.
Especially if Chris Paul doesn't play.
And Giselle would be better.
The way that Golden State played last night, I don't see them slowing down whatsoever to let a team like Houston beat them. I mean, it's just.
I think
Can we have a moment of silence for Joe Johnson?
I didn't see it.
Man,
I didn't see it.
this guy got 24 seconds to guard Steph Curry and blew it. So,
I didn't see it, man. I missed it.
Alright, so we're gonna get into baseball a little bit. Nothing really specific. We're just gonna kind of talk about hot players and hot teams and kind of surprising teams like the Dodgers. I mean, they made the World Series last year. Now they're 4 games under 500. Yeah, they lost their best player, but damn, that's tough. That's very tough.
I think my shocker is Atlanta. Atlanta is a great young team, and I think they remind me of the Cubs.
When they came up,
We built that farm system, and now Atlanta
Miami's got the number one farm system.
and
Next to
they're looking pretty nice.
pretty nice, goddammit.
They're scary. They're scary.
Thank you. Well, who are you, a Cubs fan?
I am.
I can't get that. I like the Cubs. I don't like the Sox. The Sox are not fun. No, we don't like the White Sox fans are allowed.
And it's like,
And you know what? They serve Modelo's now too, so I do love that. Yeah, Modelo's my drink. They definitely. And what is it at Wrigley? Old style.
I mean, you can get Coronas, but you gotta walk to get them. They don't bring them by.
No, I just remember it's always been old style. Old style. I'm like, no, I'm good, bro. No, I'm not my grandfather. I'm straight goddamn old style. I don't know. It's kind of it's been an interesting season so far.
I mean,
a lot of teams are up and down. I mean, and you know, I'm not doing this to a Yankees fan, but we were third in that division, and we went on that 17 of 19 game wins and changed our whole season around in all reality. You know what I'm saying? We're coming back down to earth right now, and we're playing, you know what I'm saying, decent ball. Our pitchers are, you know, kind of shitting the bed a little bit, but we'll probably make a trade for that before the trade deadline. But Atlanta.
Severino, that's 3-0, and Nick Rose with 2.0 ERA. I mean, that's good for him to be pitching the way he is. The thing that, you know, we were talking about a little bit off camera is Verlander and Garrett Cole.
That 1-2 punch.
What? Garrett Cole? I mean, as a Cubs fan, I watched
Yankees wanted him.
I watched
They didn't get him.
Garrett Cole.
I wanted him.
That he was pretty much done. He wasn't really doing anything in Pittsburgh, and now, like, whatever they got going on in Houston.
Well, he's not the ace. He's facing the third, fourth guy on the rotation, you know, most of the time to where he was an ace at one point in time. He's still the number 2 there. In all reality, the way he's pitching.
With the way Keuchel was pitching.
Yeah.
Keuchel was at number 1.
Yeah,
where did he go?
He's got blown up. But yeah, Verlander, in all reality, Verlander, if he keeps pitching the way he is, he's going to win the second. I don't care what anybody says. That man is pitching lights out, and if he pitches like that into the playoffs, that's the thing where he comes up short sometimes in the playoffs.
Yeah, but it's the same thing as basketball. Those numbers are all regular season.
No, I'm talking about his playoff numbers last year. Like in the World Series, yes, they were better, but we lit up Justin Verlander. Buddy killed us. What's his name? Keuchel. We couldn't hit him to save our life. We hit Verlander, but it wasn't until like the 6th and 7th inning when he was wearing down a little bit.
Verlander's still tough.
Oh, he's still tough. He still throws 96, 7 miles an hour at the 8th inning.
Last year when he was available at the trade deadline, ESPN radio was saying he pitched, I think it was 100 and some pitches, and he's still throwing 98.
Yeah.
At his age, yeah. Bring your ass to the north side. Is what I want. But clearly,
Johnny Beatles.
it's bad. I mean,
you guys are still ranked in the top 10 in the power ranking. With Bulls at 9.
Yeah, it blows my mind too.
When it comes down to runs and hits and, you know, stats like that, we're not far off from your other 10. It's like you get a decent start from your pitcher and then somehow, some way you blow. I mean,
Jesus Christ.
Was that against Atlanta?
Yeah.
I remember I turned that one game on. I'm not talking shit about the Cubs by any means, but it was 10-0. I said, Jesus Christ. That is. You couldn't muster one.
And the thing about the Cubs is they'll rattle off 10 and then score 2. Rattle off 10 and score 3. And then when you look at the average, we're averaging 5 runs a game, that's good. Well, yeah, no, it's very inconsistent because numbers are in that way. In that sense, numbers lie. You're not seeing the Cubs score runs consistently.
It's not 5 runs a game. It's not actually true 5 runs a game.
I would much rather have you score 5 a game than 10. You know,
Why do you think you can't bring the pitching?
do have pitching, they're just not doing what we need them to do.
Right, you guys.
Quintana.
So I just saw you Darvish just went on, for you guys.
Yeah.
Bro, that
is
is
a great start.
Bro, he might be a worse signing. He's not a worse signing than Marlonberg. He's not. Because Marlonberg went crazy. He lost his mind. You guys paid him a lot of money. But this ranks up with there so far because it's pitching. That's one position you can come in and you're good. Right? You can come in and do it because it's changing the system, changing a team isn't going to affect the way because you're not changing batting orders. You're not seeing different pitches because you're in a different batting order or you're seeing different. I mean, you're in that, what's that, the NL Central? Yeah. There's not a lot of great hitters in that division right now. Right? So, I mean, he should be able to come in there and dominate. He's not. I feel bad for you guys. I'm not talking shit.
After his last quality start, I'm thinking, okay, it's something to build on. It's a stepping stone where Darvish is going to have hopefully another quality start. Quintana, I'm not mad with Quintana. Quintana will get what he needs to do to get together. Hendricks, I mean, I feel like when we have a good pitching game, we have a terrible offense.
You don't think Quintana will be better at it?
It's too early to tell. Maybe if he doesn't.
You guys do need a closer.
No, our closer's solid. Brandon Morrow, he's solid. He's a little old.
Yeah.
But he's still
pitching 162 games though. And then potentially playoffs. You know what I'm saying though. That's a long season still for him. He's old. Y'all set up in there trash.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you guys are talking about
this is true.
It is. You guys set up in there terrible.
It's really true.
Come on now, I'm not trying to be a dick, but let's be honest.
Let's
Be honest. He's up there in saves, but in all reality, bro, there's not a lot of save opportunities because we produce a lot of runs. Yes, we do. There's games where we produced 10 runs 2 days ago and still lost 12%. But, so he doesn't come in, he doesn't have a ton of save opportunities. I mean, there are some, I think he's only got maybe 12 saves this year, I think, maybe something like that.
I still hate Madden. Still hate it.
He about killed his arm.
I was doing that man's career.
Exactly. Joe Madden, Joe doesn't like him right now.
No, he needs. A lot of people say that it doesn't matter if the lineups are getting switched every night. I think that bullshit. I think you need some sort of consistency.
Yeah, you need
the
some kind of
cyber matrix and all this shit. Yeah, I understand it, but what about in the '90s when cyber matrix weren't there and the Yankees won 5 times? You can't tell me that kind of stuff matters that much.
They didn't switch. Our lineup was pretty much our lineup day in and day out. I mean,
can you agree with me, Tiny, that we need a solid leadoff guy to just kind of get in the groove?
We had him. We let him go.
Yeah.
Dex had to go get paid, bro. He had to. You know the Cubs weren't there because we had our on up and up. Do I want Dex back? Absolutely. The way he's playing right now, no, you can stay in St. Louis. But I know that once he comes back to Chicago, once he comes back to Chicago, he's going to be back in that fun-loving environment. He'll play a little better.
I don't know.
St. Louis is stiff, bro. They're stiff out there.
I mean, maybe in the ballpark.
The fans that I talk to when I go down there for work, they are. They couldn't stand. If you shit the bed for them, they remember you and they don't give you the light of day.
Well, I mean, that's how most cities are. If you go somewhere in prime time and you shit the bed, bro, you go to your grave. That's why I think, why do you guys don't let us like that? But no, I think baseball as a whole this year, besides the playoffs, I mean, the NBA playoffs, I mean, they've been distracted from baseball quite a bit. But it's good to see times are changing in the sense of, and a part of it is my team's finally good again. We had a stretch where we were bad for a couple years, so we're up. Atlanta's playing great. Philly came out of nowhere. I knew Atlanta was eventually going to be better, but that's because I follow Atlanta a little bit. But I thought Philly was going to be terrible for another 15 years. And they changed it around quite a bit. I give them credit there. We had to see the White Sox were losing. No, I'm kidding. I actually like to see the White Sox win because then I can go to a Yankees Sox playoff.
They want to lose right now, bro.
Yeah.
They want to lose it, and most Sox fans aren't realizing that they need to lose. They're, oh no, we're still out right here. We'll be this, we'll be that. You're one of the worst teams in baseball. Just accept it like we did.
Trade Abreu and get 3 or 4.
Trade Abreu and
Get some prospects.
right. See, the thing about the Cubs rebuild is I'll be the first to say that we got one. When your players come up from the minors, you figure you got another 2, maybe 3 years before you guys are in the contend.
Plus, we
contended right there.
We all came up. That's the same.
I think it's the way, like you talked about, the way these kids are groomed so young. Because if you look at all these young guys, all these teams are a year ahead of schedule.
Right.
And you guys are a year ahead of schedule. You guys went. We were a year ahead of schedule last year. Fucking Atlanta and
probably
Phillies.
like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Atlanta and Philly.
Atlanta was terrible last year.
Yeah, and they're ahead of schedule quite a bit. I think it's the way these kids are prepped nowadays. They are built for these.
We were talking about it in basketball. By the time you're 15, 16 years old, you know whether you're going to be.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
you're getting people calling you already.
So you're investing yourself.
Especially in baseball. Because baseball, they get drafted a lot sooner. Yeah. Especially out of the United States. You know, the Dominicans, they can get signed at like 16 in all reality.
Right.
But out here, because I was reading, they signed, somebody signed a player at 13 years old out of the fucking islands. And had him under contract at 13 years old. I believe it. You know what I'm saying? They probably signed, we'll sign it for 6 years, $20,000. And they probably loved it. You know what I'm saying? Like, holy shit. That's probably the most money they've seen all reality. Most of these players come from the slums.
Big time.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of sad. It's almost like poaching.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's the MO for a lot of people with money and business.
Well, yeah, of course.
You're trying to extort as
Right.
You're trying to extort as much out of somebody and give them as little as possible.
Yep. So, but yeah, I think these young kids they're engineered to come in.
It's nice to see that when your team. Oh yeah, the Cubs had the #1 pick in KB in 13, and in 2015 he was up on it.
Yeah.
When you hear your team get the #1 pick in baseball, you're not seeing them for 3-5 years.
Depending on how good, there's a very select few that come out and.
So it's not like basketball or football where you draft somebody and they're playing right away. Baseball, you gotta wait, and for some of these
Especially
teams,
positions.
for them to only have to wait a couple years is good for baseball. It's gonna, like we talked about, if you don't want to watch baseball and you don't want to pay attention to it, it's not going to be fun.
No, it's not. It's
I
not your
just
team.
see it as a long, boring game.
Yeah, and that's not the attention span of Americans or anybody really nowadays because we're always on our phones, TVs, computers, watches. I mean, you know,
That's
so.
why I like going to baseball games. You don't even notice it.
Slow down a little bit.
You don't even notice. You know, at home you just sitting there.
You don't notice
You're getting
the
bored.
ambiance.
Yeah.
Who you hear a lot more. It's just you hear the sounds of the game, and that's anything. You go sit outside and you listen and you hear so much more.
I feel that nostalgia.
Yes, exactly. So I mean, it's going to games is definitely much more fun. I mean, I've gone to Cubs games and I'm not even a Cubs fan. They clearly don't play the games very often. So, you know, I go to them. I mean, it's a good time. It's, you know, Wrigley's always good. But see, that's the difference. It's all about the stadium and the atmosphere too. Because you go to Wrigley, it's a good time.
I've had a great time at the Cubs Sox game. What was the last year? I mean, it was a great time to be at that stadium, but
Your Cubs were playing. If you would have went down when they played the Royals, what would you be? You wouldn't be there.
Nobody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I go every year for the Yankees Sox series. I've always been going there for 6 years. I mean, it's always a good time. I mean, but that's because I love the Yankees.
Right.
And we usually beat the Sox, so it's always great to see the Sox fans a little upset. But there's honestly, in all reality, when you go to those Yankees Sox games, there's so many Yankees fans. I mean, it's also the Yankees are like the Cowboys and. You know, shit like that.
Cubs, I mean, you got Cubs fans everywhere.
Yeah. Well, we've also been around for how long?
Long.
Well, not even. I'm saying you guys too. You guys have been around for a long time. We've been around for a long time. They're not expansion teams like the Marlins,
Right.
to where their team. You know, think about before that. Who were they rooting for? You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
One time.
You're in Canada.
You know, maybe, oh, shit.
Yeah, Trout went 5 for 5 last night.
They got his back for us, beating them earlier in the year. Yeah, Trout had a good game. Trout's on track to have historic numbers on Mookie.
Mookie Betts was 17 and Trout was 17.
Mookie Betts is not the player. He's gonna end up being an AL.
Think so?
If he keeps playing, bro, if you look at his numbers,
I agree. I
the man is a monster.
Altuve is still there too.
Yeah, but I think him getting it last year was a big thing, and it kind of softens what he's doing now. And Mookie Betts came out like, oh shit. And who else? Don't get me wrong, Boston got a good team, but Houston got a better batting lineup in the sense of hitters. You know, I mean, they just sent Hanley Ramirez down.
That's
You know what I'm saying? And
so to ask,
Houston's pretty good.
before we get into some hockey, who's your team to beat right now in baseball?
and
You
it's
can say the Eagles. It's okay. Okay.
no, because they're starting pitching in all reality. Outside Severino, CC's been pitching bad the last couple of games, which is making it second season head for you saw his numbers when I showed you, about a month ago. It's hard to say because
I think the team, regardless of who I think is coming out of the AL East, I think it's either Boston or New York. I mean, they're playing right now, and they're playing good baseball.
we do have the
They're
best
playing at a high intensity,
We produce a
and
lot.
it's about to be June. So the whole we're a month in, no, that's not. It's baseball time.
Yeah.
This is the product. The team that you have right now, your favorite team, whatever they're doing, that's their identity.
Yeah. So that's what they are.
So if you're a Cubs fan, you're looking at the same year as we had last year, where we're gonna have to somehow, some way, be 5 games over 500 by All-Star break, and then win 90. How do we do
Scratching the
that?
ball.
Yeah, I mean,
We were flirting with 500, and then out of nowhere we win 92 games.
yeah.
You tell me this time
Let's
last
just hope it's the second. I hope but the team to beat, it's hard to say because
it's a tight race between these guys. And Houston too is in there. I mean,
yeah, Houston is in there. I mean, the Angels aren't terrible.
no, but they're not the team to beat. What team has the target on their back? That's one of the.
I mean, Houston because they're defending champions. I think that, but could they repeat in the sense of going could they repeat going to the World Series? Yes,
They got a tough road.
they do have a tough road.
Unless if Boston pitches the same way they did in the playoffs last year, then they're cooked.
But if this little rotation they have in Houston
Does the thing.
keeps pitching like they are right now
And
into the
playoffs
playoffs,
drop down to a 4-man rotation too, so you're gonna see these guys one game sooner.
yes,
What about you, Tiny?
it's gonna be tough.
I say Houston's the team to beat, but Boston is a really close second.
Boston got it. They do.
But one thing I have to say about Boston is we have their number this year. We beat them more than they beat us this year.
I'm glad that rivalry is back and then pulled it up.
Oh, I do.
It didn't really die out, but when both teams are playing great, that rivalry is so magnified.
It's just like when you guys play the White Sox.
Well,
if-
you play Duke.
Well, we all know who plays your number, but back to baseball. It's like when you guys, you know what I'm saying? It's like when you guys play.
Grayson Allen.
Who's been killing them? Grayson Allen's killing them. I don't even know who North Carolina has in their team. Are they drafted? Is anybody getting drafted from there?
No, we don't have a lot of players going to the NBA. You know,
Wait, what happened to Justin Jackson?
he's
Still Sacramento?
Bro,
Or did he?
players that go to North Carolina don't do good in the NBA, man. They don't. They don't.
And you make fun of Swelly about them being Kansas KUians.
Yeah.
Paul Pierce.
Duke has a bunch of players in the league.
That's just
Putting-
I mean, that's fine. They go on to do good things in the NBA.
Sure.
Fucking Eddie shit. I want longevity. I want big bucks. You know what I'm saying? In my career, screw that shit. I mean, and you get a degree there too, but let's go back to baseball. But yeah, I do like the rivalry. I think baseball has stepped up its intensity in the sense of who they play. Because there's been some brawls with teams that usually are pretty kosher with each other.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been some brawls this year. I mean, what I have noticed, there hasn't been as many perfect games as there was the last like 3 or 4 years. Think about it. There's been a couple.
The last one I remember is the guy from Oakland A's. Don't forget his name.
That was
That's the last one. That's the last one I remember. Yeah, it was up. It was.
That was last year too, right? 2 years ago.
What was it?
Subpar.
Yeah, and believe it or not, there's a lot of guys that are not household names that get no hitters. They get no hitters. I mean, you don't see too many of the Justin Verlanders, you know, the Dallas Keuchel or Corey Kluber or whatever their names are, getting
It was probably due to
no hitters.
probably due to salary.
Yeah, you know,
That's
they,
probably why we got everybody's number now, except for household names.
yeah, that's very true. I mean, they're end of the great hitters. There's some of the hitters you just can't throw around.
I miss steroids. I miss 66 home runs.
You should have been here for our steroid talk about. Yeah. But no, baseball. I think as a whole, I think they got to do something because their numbers compared to the other sports are.
You know, basketball and football.
Yeah. And never used to though. I mean, as of late, since we've been alive, pretty much, yeah. But I think about back in the 70s and 80s before they striked. You know what I'm saying? Before they went
I
on
think when
strike.
we were growing up in the 90s, baseball was pretty good.
It was pretty big. I think.
It was above the NFL for sure.
In all reality,
We had motherfucking Jeff Miller or whatever the fuck his name was, Bears quarterback.
I wouldn't expect you to remember.
You're a Bears fan?
Used to be.
used to be.
Now it's
And I'm all my YouTube and
I thought I'd be a Bears fan at least.
hell yeah.
When you decide to leave the scrubs to some of the winter?
It was when
So it was a rainy day back in 2001.
it was when what is this guy? Chad Hutchinson
Oh, Jesus.
was the Bears quarterback. And he reminded me of Sunshine from Remember the Time. Remember the Time. And I was like, no, this can't be my quarterback. And I hated Brett Favre, but when Aaron took over, I knew right away. Yes, I love Aaron Rodgers.
I took the words right out of my mouth. I was about to say that same exact thing.
As soon as I saw Aaron take over, I hated Brett because I was a Bears fan. And I always saw Brett just tear the fuck up.
Brett Favre was
Shit.
going crazy. I mean, at least you can admit that. I mean, Blake, you definitely went in the right direction.
That's exactly why I am also a
Just all over the place, huh? You got jobs on your head when you were a kid?
But look, growing up, all we saw was Detroit just tear up the ball.
We did.
And after a while, you're just like, damn, we can't do anything. So,
Can't beat him, join him? All right, KD.
Well, with that, we're gonna go on break. When we come back, we're gonna talk a little hockey, and that'll be it for today. So we'll be right back, guys. All right, welcome back, Jesse. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Happy to be here.
All right, well, we got Jesse in. He's our behind-the-scenes stat guy, been helping us out tremendously. We're gonna go ahead and have him touch on hockey since I'm not too much of a hockey fan. Zach's in Arizona. Aaron had to go voting, so it's kind of just getting him now. So, to get right into it, how big is this Stanley Cup Finals right now? We have an expansion team that just started this year, and then we have a Washington Capitals team who hasn't been able to make that home in the second round of the playoffs, and they finally did it, and then they finally win that conference title. So, I'm going to pass it over to you. What do you think? How big is it?
I mean, it's a huge deal. The last time that two teams that have never won a cup has been, I think, like 2007, when are here,
Okay.
and that all eyes are pointing. Everybody's looking at Vegas since that no team has ever gone to the Stanley Cup Finals other than the 68 St. Louis Blues. But it's gonna be a close series.
So for the sake of Las Vegas and the Golden Knights, and basically a team of players that other franchises didn't see the need for anymore, to let them go into the expansion draft. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but a bunch of nobodies make it happen. Is that a correct statement?
It's when people say it's a team of misfits. I mean, it really is. How it worked is the expansion draft. Every team was able to save one goaltender, 6 defensemen, and 9 forwards. And so what the GMs were looking for is where can I dump the most cap and save time, like looking at contracts that aren't really fitting, and that we can give to this expansion team to save some money. And Vegas's GM did a great job forcing teams to give the players that he wanted to fit. He had the goal in mind of what he wanted, and nobody thought that they would be this right off the bat, but it all just clicked. And a lot of that is from Marc-Andre Fleury, and it's from like these series people like James Neal.
Just getting ready to ask you this. Who do you feel like for the Golden Knights? Who's the captain? Who's the leader? Who's the player that everybody needs to follow?
It's Fleury, no doubt.
Now, it's probably not safe to say, but you would say that his career was declining a little bit in Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, the last 2 cup runs, it was a lot with Matt Murray. Matt Murray came in and just stole the spotlight from Fleury when he got injured, and during that 2016 run, Fleury started declining. People were thinking, are we going to have to trade him? And so they threw up that backup. Matt Murray, really an unknown name. No one really had ever heard of him outside of Pittsburgh. And he started to just takes that Stanley Cup from him. Next year, he gets injured, and Fleury's able to save him. But since you can only save that one goalie, do you want the future Matt Murray, or do you still want the guy that has 3 rings, Marc-Andre Fleury? But you're going to have to make that big.
Now, that was news to me that he got 3. So what happens if he gets 4? What does that mean for him and his legacy and his career and everything like that?
It's got to be, it's a Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Is there any goalies that have won rings for 2 different teams?
I believe so. I know that Patrick Waugh is one. That one Canadians and the Colorado Avalanche really now. That's a
Pretty big thing.
yeah. It's a big thing. That
So now, as far as the Capitals go, I mean, how big is this series for Ovechkin and not being able to, make that run and always be scrutinized? Well, Washington Capitals are in the playoffs. It's all right. They're gonna lose. I remember there was one year I asked you, I said, who's gonna win? You said the Capitals. I believe they had a first round exit, and obviously that was real early for you to call it, but I mean, that just goes to show you how much things change over the course of the season and injuries and everything like that. Is Washington a healthy team going into the Stanley Cup? Are they have all their players? Are they ready to go?
yeah, Washington's a very hungry team. I'm not entirely sure they sold a lot of pieces over the last year to get under that cap. Since for 2016-17, they really went all in, and that's why I picked them, because everybody looked strong. They had the depth, they had the goaltending, they had the front line with Ovechkin and Kuznetsov, and they weren't able to get past the thing with those 2 second-round exits. And everybody was like, well, it's Ovi. He's not going to get through. And this time, they sold most of the players. Not a lot of people expected them to make the playoffs.
Right.
And Columbus has it down 2-0 in overtime. And they come back against Columbus, and you see this is a very resilient team. Ovi is taking off that leadership instead of waiting and trying to score goals, passing. He's letting all their depth players.
He's trusting his team.
Yeah, he's trusting his team, becoming that captain that he has always been, but he's never been able to turn it on in the playoffs, and that's everybody's biggest criticism.
So for Washington, is it a must win for Washington? I'm sorry, is it a must win for Washington or is it a must win for Las Vegas?
In the future, I would say it's a must win for Washington because Vegas' future looks bright. They're going to be be able to prove.
Now,
With the picks that they've gotten and with everything that they have in the future lined up,
you think that, I mean, I know the cap in hockey is very, very minimal.
it's up. It's going to be around 80 million.
80 million. So, which in comparison to the other sports, it's
Bro,
relatively low. I mean, baseball, you don't have a cap, so if a owner wants to pay you $300 million, he can pay you $300 million. Do you think the cap is going to have a lot to do with the rise or the fall of the Knights? I mean, is it going to be something that's going to help them, or is it going to be something that they're kind of going to have to build in the draft, and this is a fluky year, and this won't happen again, or are they serious?
honestly, ownership was prepared for not prepared for this. They had said that they were going to be maybe in the playoffs in 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're right now. I believe that they're 20 million under the cap, so they have room. Yeah, they have money to spend to get people in free agency if they need to. They got in Washington, you got John Carlson, whose contract running out. Washington does not have that cap space for him to sell people. You got John Tavares from the New York Islanders, I would like to say a top 5 player in the NHL that they can easily pick up if they see fit.
Right.
And you have so many draft picks over the course of the next 5 years that this is not a fluke. They're going to be even better from years to come.
Who wins?
With everything that I think that I've looked through, and it's about the goaltending for Vegas.
Yeah.
Fleury has been, honestly, this has probably been the best goalie performance in the playoffs of all time. I looked through since the lockout in 2005, but with goalies in the playoffs that were over 93 percentage and goals against them too. And back in 2017, that's Matt Murray that had that great year with Pittsburgh. In 2013, you have Tuukka Rask for Boston, bringing them back. 2012, which a lot of people would argue was Jonathan Quick's our best season and the only reason that we couldn't win that cup. In 2011, Tim Thomas. 2008, it's a positive in the Detroit Red Wings. And then in 2004, with Nikolai Hockey-Bullet. And 5 out of those 6 times, that team has won with that elite goaltender that's playing out of his mind. Tuukka Rask was the one that lost to the Hawks. But Holtby's having a great year. He's not too far off Fleury, but Fleury will not.
He's just having that year.
Yeah, he will not let
He's just having that
that one.
So you're definitely taking.
Yeah, I would say.
Going Vegas.
Yeah, everybody. I would say Vegas. And people will always ask, like, oh, why is Vegas winning the playoffs? Why are they doing good? And it's Fleury. It's the scoring depth that they have. People that were bottom lines players that were maybe averaging 20 points are now stars. Their first line center, their first line winners that are getting those top points. And everybody's like, where is
So do you think that it's a boost of confidence to these players, these misfit players that are saying,
oh,
well, this team doesn't want me. This team obviously, kind of didn't have a choice, but I was the best of the worst. So
absolutely.
I mean, I think it's a huge confidence boost for these guys, and that might be the difference.
Yeah, if you're told, hey, you're not going to play with the team, don't play with this expansion team and lose probably 60 games.
So the next topic I have for NHL is, in your opinion, or whatever facts that you came up with, what is your idea of the state of the NHL and the fan base? And is it a growing sport? Is it a dying sport? Is it kind of just flatlining and you got what you got? You guys have a lot of fans coming in, or more people watching? Because I'll be the first to say, when the Blackhawks were good, I watched hockey. Now I don't watch hockey. Am I going to watch this series? Bet you what, I'm going to try to tune into it as much of it as I can, because I would consider myself an average hockey fan. I mean, I know enough to have a little conversation. I know some players, but I know the importance of this series and the importance of a Washington team that finally made the hump, and the Las Vegas Golden Knights team who is a random team.
I mean, when you're looking at hockey overall, I would say that honestly, it's never been better revenue-wise. Gary Bettman is Baltimore hate him. He's made the NHL money that
Is that commissioner? Now, has he done anything to put him under hot fire or anything like, how you got the NFL commissioner releasing this god awful fine for having somebody killed during the national anthem? Has he done anything to that extent or, anything of that nature? Like I said, I just had to ask you that was the commissioner.
I mean, Gary Bettman, when he came in, the average team was worth around maybe like $100 million, and now it's up to $500 million with like the Blackhawks and Pittsburgh Penguins, teams that are consistently good, up to like upwards of $3 million, where that's not really big in terms of the NBA and the NFL.
No, it's not even.
It's not close, but you're still making that money, whereas you weren't not even maybe like 6 years ago. No. So, but when Bettman came in, he was the one that you see teams in Arizona, which I'm smart right now. You see teams in Carolina. You see Team Vegas would not even be a possibility without Bettman. He's growing the game. He sees this untapped market in the United States with infinite potential for people to follow, and he's moving it to a lot of the dislike of fans because you see people not showing up in games in Florida, you see people not showing up in games in Arizona, to where he's pushing it and people are still not entering that market.
I mean, if your team's not good, people don't go. I mean, it's the way. I mean, you have very few fan bases that go to games when the team sucks. I mean, yeah, I'm a club fan. Yes, I've gone to games when we suck, but the stadium was more packed than you would think because the team's terrible. And then you take, like you said, Carolina, people go to those games.
I mean, Carolina won the cup in 2006. Not a lot of people saw it,
Right.
but they did, and now that with some really poor decisions they've been down, and the owner of the Houston Rockets just bought him out, and he's maybe planning to move to Houston to use the Rockets arena, and that, what people are saying is like that's the fourth largest market in the United States. That for hockey, you only need like 30,000 fans out of the millions in that area just to fill the stadium. You got people.
So you would say it's safe to say that hockey's in a good place right now?
Yeah, I would say that hockey, they have more potential to fill, but they still got that.
What about now? Do you think the ratings for this finals are going to be up more than they have in the past, just because of the context of the series? I mean,
Oh yeah. So last year the playoffs. This year the playoffs are up 9% from last year. It's the highest since 2013, where the Hawks were normally at 13. And the conference finals are up 15%.
so people are definitely watching.
Yeah. So for United States viewers, Cats and Lightning Game 7 had 2.1 million viewers, which you'd say is on the low side.
Right.
But NBA players who have like 6 million views per game, you have that consistent viewer base. But that's only in the United States. Where in Canada, you had in that Winnipeg Game 6, Winnipeg Vegas, you had a third of the Canadian population watching that game. Now, Canada's not a very big populated country, but that's 10 million people. That is the highest cable playoff game watched out of the NBA or anything else that's been on this year.
Canada, they love their hockey.
Yeah, it's
Love their hockey.
in the United States. It's
Love
big
football.
yeah, it's big football. Right?
So, the Blackhawks, what's their stake? Are they going to be competing anytime soon, or is this Kane and Tate's contract thing really coming back? Like,
I would say part. With Kane and Taves, you can say that Kane was a good signing for that price. He's still the highest paid player in the NHL. I think Connor McDavid will surpass him once his contract comes into effect. But Kane has been consistently showing up in the playoffs and been giving those points that the team needs. Whereas Taves, yes, he's the other face of the franchise, but he has declined rapidly from that win in 2015. He's not really known as a point scorer, and he's more of that defensive two-way player, and that has gone off significantly over the course of the past few years, for where people are debating
recent retirements from the Blackhawks, what's their next move? What do you think is going to happen? What is your prediction? What is for the next hockey season? Is it going to be Blackhawks hockey that we came to get used to, or is it going to be before the Blackhawks were even on TV and nobody cares about it? What do you think? Is their future still on the up and up, or is it going to kind of stuff? Because I know the general manager, Stan Bowman, he does wonders, but from the day that they signed Kane Tays, that $1 million a year contract, I said that's gonna hurt. That's a lot of money for a small cap in the NHL.
They're the two highest bidders in the NHL.
And obviously, so what do you think? What's their moves, and what do you think is gonna happen for them to be competitive?
Well, with Hossa going on LTIR and officially retiring after his ailments that he's had, Sharp leaving, we're gonna have a lot more cap space. Hossa was around like $6 million that we're now gonna have, and I don't see the Hawks really testing free agents. They don't need the big players like the Bars and Carlsons, but with their declining players, like he's getting old, Zero's getting old, and you don't really see a lot of that young star talent that was coming through in 2008, 2009 when they were going. I can see them maybe just barely making it into the playoffs or having another lower year so that they can get those draft picks.
So they might be going to like a quick type.
Like a retool.
Like not a break it down, bust it all, but a couple little major dozens, try to get the most out of Kane and Tatum before they're gone.
I would see that that's probably the best option for them. Since when the Hawks turn it on in the playoffs, they win the cup. They either lose in the first round or they win the cup.
And that was what it came to. Either they're going to blow it out of the water or they're going to ship it back.
And it's always been the case like that. In 2010, you had a team that was probably its best, and you had Dustin Bufflin, you had Kane, probably just entering his prime, you had Keza, the best defensive ability he's been at. He's a young stud, and they just flew through that finals and took everybody by surprise. They're like the Cubs, where they were really ahead of schedule into what they could do. And then with 2011 and 2012, you had their rivalry with the teams always going back and forth. And then in 2013, with that lockout shortened year, they really turned it on, winning like 27 games in a row and won the
So you're taking Vegas, huh?
Yeah, I would say, because people ask me, they know that I picked Washington to win the past 2 years, and this year I picked Tampa to win, which, looking in, they were the best teams. If you said that Washington and Vegas would be in the final,
I remember you telling me last
you'd
week
be looked at if you were to say.
that if ESPN or NHL commenter said that these are going to be the last 4 teams in the NHL tournament, you would be looked at like you have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, Winnipeg came out of nowhere and it had a really strong base. Everybody in Canada was following Winnipeg. It's been 25 years since the Canadian team won the cup. 25 years. 1993 Montreal Canadiens was the last time. And for such a high attendance rate in Canada, fans are loyal. Fans are still tuning in to this day.
You don't see a lot of words out here. It sucks because you develop a favorite player, he leaves in free agency. Well, the New Orleans Saints became my favorite team. There were 2 reasons and I'm charged. And that's how it goes.
And you follow players.
So, alright, we're gonna wrap it up for today. I appreciate your input on the NHL, and hopefully we'll get back on it next week after a couple games go by. This is